Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and try to do a video for the math problems for today, just to review it in case you're struggling a little bit. So the first problem you guys had was your spiral problem about a pet store, and a pet store that had 28 fish in fish tanks. So the first thing we do is we go ahead and we start to picture what's going on. Picture a pet store, picture the fish in fish tanks. Each of the 7 tanks have the same amount of fish. So I know when I'm picturing these 7 tanks that they all have the same amount. My head, I should have the alarm going off, woo, woo, woo. Same amount in each group. It's either multiplication or division, because I know when I have the same amount and I have groups, it's either repeated subtraction or repeated addition. But I'm going to focus in on this question, how many fish are in each tank? Okay, so if I'm going to think, and I know it's multiplication and division, let's say I pick multiplication, and I multiply 28 times 7. Wait a minute, if I do 28 times 7, that's going to be a really big number. If I just skip count by 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80, my answer is going to be over 100. Would that make sense to say there's over 100 fish in each fish tank if there's only 28 fish? So multiplication will not work for this. I'm going to be doing division. I'm doing division because I already know the total amount of fish. There's 28. And they're getting split evenly into 7 fish tanks. So I'm going to be doing 28 divided by 7 is going to be, let's say, F for fish tank. You guys can't see that, can you? I'm trying to use my son's chalkboard. So I could do this a couple of different ways. If I know my multiplication, I want to write my fact family, I can say 7 times F equals 28. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to solve this. So I'm going to take 28 and I can subtract 7, or maybe I want to skip count by 7s. So let's say I'm going to skip count by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28. I'm going to see how many times I had to skip count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I skip counted 4 times. Okay, so there should be 4 fish in each fish tank. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at my second problem. Second spiral problem was about emails. And it says that I answered 132 emails on Thursday, and on Friday I answered 48 less emails than Thursday. How many emails did I answer in all? So I know I'm finding the total amount of emails that I have answered between Thursday and Friday. So sometimes when you get a problem like this, what I always like to do is I like to go ahead and just write down what I know. So I'm going to go ahead and represent it. I'm going to write H for Thursday, F for Friday. I'm going to slow down and take it one step at a time. I know on Thursday that I answered 132 emails. Friday, I'm going to look at the problem. I don't know how many I answered on Friday, but I do know it was 48 less than Thursday. So if I'm answering 48 less than Thursday, this number for Friday is going to be smaller. It's going to be less than. So whatever Friday was, 132, it was, looking at my problem, 48 less. So now I can actually figure out how much I did, how many emails I answered in all. So I know what Thursday is, but I don't know what Friday is. So I need to actually go ahead and do that. I need to figure out what 132 minus 48 is. Now if I look at it this way and I look at it with the algorithm, I can see that I'm going to go ahead and have to regroup. I'm going to have to go ahead and do this a couple times. Let me fix my camera. So I'm going to have to go ahead and I'm going to have to unbundle a couple of times. So maybe I don't want to do this because I know I can't take 8 ones from 2 ones. I would have to go ahead and take a 10 and unbundle it. So maybe for this, instead of subtracting, maybe I want to go ahead and I want to count up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over here. And I'm going to see what it takes to get from 48 to 132. I want to get to the next friendly number, which is the next 10, which is 50. I need to add 2 ones to do that. That gets me to 50. Now let's go ahead and get to the next friendly number, which would be 100. I need to add 50 more to get there. That's 100. Get this out of my way. Now how much more do I need to get to that 132? I need to add 32 more. So now I will go ahead and see what I had to actually add. I added 32, 50, and 2. 32 and 2 is 34. And then if I need to do 34 plus 50, it's 84. Okay, so now I'm going to take 84, which is how much I did on Friday, and I need to combine it with Thursday. I don't have my final answer until I go ahead and I add 132 and 84. 4 ones and 2 ones, 6 ones, 8 tens and 3 tens, 11 tens, which makes 100, 100 and 100, 200. So I answered 216 emails between those days. So that is our spiral problems for the day. Have any questions, send me an email.